So I am making my coconut lime keto cake, and I'm sifting the dry ingredients together. Then I'm gonna mix the wet stuff in this bowl. I'm nesting, like maybe it has something to do with unpacking. I'm in a super baking mood. Luckily we're going to a potluck tomorrow, so I can take all these sweets to share. Let me show you guys how I make this cake. Guys, I'm not pregnant nesting because, you know, we're moving. Okay, so the dry ingredients are sifted here. I'm gonna do the eggs in this bowl and beat them. And I'm gonna do coconut oil, bacon fat, eggs, coconut milk, and vanilla. So I've got coconut oil, lard, or like bacon fat grease, 2 limes zested, coconut milk, and 4 large eggs, and I added a little vanilla. I've had 2 people on the blog say that their coconut oil has been clumping up, and I don't know. I mean, my eggs, I use them cold, and my coconut oil is soft, and my lard is at room temperature, and this is mixing fine. So I'm just gonna beat here, and you see how it's getting nice and foamy. Then I'm gonna add in the dry stuff. Yum. Now I've added in the dry ingredients and just mixing until well combined. I've got my 6-inch cake pans and they are already greased. Okay, I'm gonna use a spatula. And this is the cake batter. Coconut oil tends to thicken up pretty quick, so I'm gonna put this in the 2 cake pans and bake. So because of filming, I took a little bit longer to do this. Normally, I would like to beat it, and once it's well combined, I would pour it in here while it's still fluid. The more you let the batter sip, the thicker it's going to become, so then I have to use a spatula to flatten it. But that's fine. I have these on a sheet pan. I'm going to bake them now for 30 minutes. Okay, so these have been baking for like 25 minutes, and we think they're done. Very nice. Okay, so these are going to cool down. They'll flatten a little bit when they cool down. This makes a pretty small cake. It's a 6-inch cake, and it's about, each layer is about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches high. Let me show you something on the sheet pan. This is why I say to bake it on a sheet pan. 1, it does help the cakes bake easier. 2, fat may seep out of the cake, especially a cake like this that has a lot of fat because keto. Before I remove a cake from a cake pan, I always run a spatula along the edge, because if you just pull it out, you're gonna scrape the sides of your cake, which will make it harder to frost. So these are still kind of hot, so ow, so it's a little hard, but essentially, voila, this is what I do. Woo! Burning my fingers. Perfection. Well, not exactly, because I made one bigger than the other. So essentially, or ideally, you would bake them the same height. It's okay. What I usually do, if I have one taller, the smaller one will go on top. But these are super moist. They come out like the cake remains a little wet, and you see all the green flecks from the lime zest. So they're coconutty, they're limey, they're super aromatic. I'm not gonna frost these today. I'm not gonna frost these tonight because they have to be completely cool. Like, even refrigerated would be best a little while. I don't like refrigerating baked goods, but because the coconut whipped cream is so delicate. However, I'm a little nervous because I ended up buying this from the grocery store, and I'm gonna try and make it with that. But I usually do the Whole Foods coconut milk cans in the fridge, and that thick cream separates to the top. So we'll see how this does.